This is Rick Levine, astrologer for Tarot.com, talking with you about the moon in Leo. Well, if we're going to talk about the moon in Leo, let's talk first about the moon, because the moon is the fastest moving thing up there in the sky. We astrologers call the moon a planet because it moves. She is the moon. She moves around the earth once every month, which means that the moon spends about 2.5 days in each sign every month. That means that the moon is always changing. It's why the moon is related to our moods, because our moods are always changing. Now, if you were born with the moon in Leo, then you hold on to that energy throughout your whole life. Leo is a fixed sign. It's a fire sign. Leo is the midsummer sun. It's the time of year when the sun just keeps showing up relentlessly high in the sky every day. And Leo is the sign of loyalty. It's the sign of intention and following through. Leo is fierce in its actions, that it follows through on what its intentions are. It's often said that Leo is dramatic because the sun's out, everything is shining, everything is up front. Leo is the pride, it's the Leo lion roaring in the jungle. You have this inner sense of pride because Leo is it's like the sun. It's the center of its own little world. In weakness, it's an overriding need to be needed, to be appreciated, to be loved. But in its higher sense of expression, it's the ability to love and nurture from the heart. Now, as the moon moves around for a couple of days every month, we all feel like Leos. Regardless of what your sun sign or what your moon sign is, you may be more apt to tell someone, I love you. You might be more open to expressing what's in your heart, to showing gratitude, to showing appreciation. Or if you're feeling insecure, you might be a little bit more needy and ask others to express their love for you. Now, in midsummer, when the sun is in the sign of Leo and the moon comes around to spend her 2 days in the sign of Leo, we have a Leo new moon. It's the new moon that has to do with self-expression, which is when you say, I love you, you're expressing what's in your heart. It's self-expression. So the Leo new moon is that moment of beginning of a love relationship with a person, an idea, a goal, where it's like you're enamored with it and your heart is open and you want it to become everything in your life. Now, 6 months later, at the full moon, the sun, midwinter, is in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is it's cold, it's distant from the warmth of the sun. The full moon in Leo is a reminder that even in times of social interactions where the I, me, mine is not present, it's still okay to feel what's in your own heart and to bring that out into expression. Because the full moon is a time of culmination. We want to look back at what the seeds were that we planted over the summer at the new moon in Leo. And now with the full moon in Leo 6 months later, even though it's the middle of the winter, this is the time when that Leo energy coming through can create a balance to the depersonalized Aquarius energy. For Tarot.com, I'm Rick Levine.